Entitled aunt demands my mother and siblings to pay for her cell phone, TV, and more. To start the story of, you will need some information. My aunt and my mother hate each other since childhood, and my aunt was very manipulative to my grandparents forever. As example, when both were young, about 6 to 7, my aunt called my mom by every slur she knew. My mother just shrugged and told her, "If you think so," and that pissed my aunt off. She hit my mom, walked to their dad and claimed to him that my mom did everything to her, that she actually did to my mom. That made my grandfather go up to my mother and beat her close to a knockout. Meanwhile, my aunt stood in the corner and just watched, smiling and chuckling. Such things happened all the time. My grandparents never asked if anything my aunt did was a lie or not, but whenever my mom said something she would lie. My aunt is just the favorite/youngest child that can never be wrong. Now to the actual story. My sister got a job in the military and needed a new car for her and her son. She asked my mother and stepdad if they could help in any way, because my stepdad had a lot of contacts and he did everything he could. At the end, my sister decided to lease a car and buy it off in a few years. So she started to do her paperwork and got everything done and send the papers off to the car dealer, but it got denied. Nobody knew why, so she called the place and they told her she had a SCUFA entry for unpaid phone bills. For all the non-Germans here, just a short description. The SCUFA is like a list from a private organization where everybody is written on who was in department, and whenever you try to rent an apartment, want to get a loan and such stuff, the person you try to get this from can ask the SCUFA if you got any entry there to choose if they let you get the thing you want or not. I do not fully understand how it works myself, so I tried to give as good of and simple explanation I can give. Everyone got confused because my sister had a phone, but always paid everything. My stepdad told her to go to a lawyer and find out what happened. The lawyer asked around and found out what happened. It was real, my sister had unpaid phone bills. The bills are for 2 of the newest iPhones of the time and their contracts worth the phone company. My sister was single, had a Samsung at the time, and her son was too young to have a phone, so she surely didn't need 2 iPhones. The lawyer dug deeper. He found out, the phones were ordered to an address that didn't belong to my sister, but to the address of my aunt. My whole family already knew what had happened, but decided to call her. First, she denied everything and told us that she doesn't even have a iPhone, but when she was asked about the contract in the name of my sister, she said she used the wrong name and will get it fixed. That's most defiantly a lie, because she would have to sign like 3 different papers while writing the name of my sister every time instead of hers, and their names weren't similar, so she couldn't mix them up easily. So my family did go the legal route and sue her for that. We actually needed to do that to get the SCUFA entry removed from my sister so she can get her car. In those legal procedures, we found some other things out. My aunt actually also got an internet contract and the payment for her TV in the name of my brother, who only turned 18 some months ago. To get any contract in Germany without the consent of your parents, you have to be 18 or older. And she got her electricity bills in the name of our grandparents. I was just 16 at the time, so luckily she couldn't do any payments in my name. She still kinda did that, didn't come out here. She didn't pay a cent for any of them and said things like, "I am a single mother, I need help with all of those things and you guys can afford it." Everyone from my side of the family was pissed, besides my grandparents. We will get later to that. She didn't just take payment in the name of my family, she didn't tell anyone about them and made us get in department for her own luxury items. We couldn't afford any of this, but she did in our names. So the lawyer starts to get everything for the sue ready, when my grandparents called my sister and my mother. They wanted us to drop anything and just pay for the things. My aunt would deserve it because we didn't pay for thing X in the past. X equals she wanted my mom to pay her €100 because me and my brother ate with her and her son twice. Of course my family didn't stop the sue and my aunt lost the case. She had to pay for everything she got in others' names, besides the things with my grandparents. They didn't sue because it's her daughter and she was in the right all the time in their eyes. And my aunt just got a fine and not much more. End of the story. My sister got her car and was happy about that, but everyone just hated my aunt more than ever. My aunt is just the classical German Karen and did a lot of more shady stuff, but I don't know where to post that stories.